What's up everybody, Super Eric fan here for another car review. This is of course the 2013 Scion FR-S, but this one is Innovate Supercharged. So that's a twin screw supercharger, and it's obviously not stock either exterior wise. This thing has all kinds of stuff. This is the BeatSonic USA official shop car, and many thanks to BeatSonic and Eric for hooking me up with this awesome supercharged FR-S to review for you guys today. So as far as the exterior mods, it looks fantastic. So you start off with the JDM headlights, which are, xenons, look awesome. You have the carbon fiber fog lights surround, you have the LED fog lights, obviously the clear side markers, front lips, side skirts, and the rear spats are by Modelista, so that's all done very nicely as well. You have the Vossen 19-inch wheels on this car. It's also got Stop Tech brakes. It's a big brake kit. You have a TRD fender garnish here. It's actually very aerodynamic, and on the back straight of the Nürburgring, that has increased the top speed because it channels air over the side view mirrors, which are also carbon fiber, by the way. Very nice as well. You have a little aftermarket sunshade, and you obviously have, of course, the BeatSonic shark fin antennas that they're famous for, that are very nice, and I had one on my BRZ before I got rid of it. And then coming along to the back of the car, you have the SARD carbon fiber rear spoiler that looks awesome. In addition to the duckbill spoiler, this car also has a TRD duckbill, and also has some aftermarket taillights, and I mean carbon fiber rear diffuser. I mean, the list is just endless, and I think as a total package, this thing looks spectacular. Also appearance-wise, this car has the RSR Black Eye suspension coilover system, and this one is one of the many that they offer that allows the car to have a really nice stance, especially. So that just rounds out the whole look. Really just gives this car a beautiful stance, and it looks awesome from every angle. Right, so for the interior of this car, well, I'm not going to go through everything because I already did a stock Scion FR-S, so you can go and watch that review here and click on the annotation and watch my review, and I'll talk all about the interior of that car. This car, it's the same deal basically. There's a few slight modifications. This one has the JDM rearview mirror that's very wide and very good for racing, and in addition to that, this one also has the upgraded Pioneer Scion head unit, and this one is an automatic, which a lot of you guys have been asking what my impressions are. I've never driven an automatic FR-S or BRZ until today, so I'll be able to give you some automatic impressions as well. But aside from that, this has leather seats, which gives you a lot more comfort than the standard stock, Scion seats, and so that's aftermarket, of course, but very nice leather. It's OEM quality, and that's really cool as well. It also has this aftermarket armrest that's very much appreciated because these cars don't come with them stock, so that's nice as well. But yeah, so let's take this car for a drive and see how it does. So like I said, Innovate Supercharger on this one here. So this is a twin screw supercharger unit, so that means it normally gives you some torque down low. I haven't even driven this car yet, so you'll literally get my first reaction to a supercharged FR-S here. So yeah, it also has an exhaust system on it. It's a M7 Ti, and so we'll get some good sounds from that as well. So yeah, let's just go for it. Alright, so setting off in the Innovate Supercharged FR-S here. So I'm in California right now. There aren't a whole lot of woodsy back roads like there are in Pennsylvania, but I do have some canyon roads. So have the traction control in sport mode, I have the transmission in manual mode, and let's turn onto this canyon road here and see how it does. Okay. You can hear that supercharger whine. It's really sweet. So it's nice. It's a good amount of power. So, it's not like mind-blowing. It doesn't just blow me away as being, super fast. This isn't GTR power or anything. I think this one, they said conservatively is doing 210 wheel horsepower, very conservatively. So you're looking at about 250 or so at the crank. So this is very much like what, if there was a faster FR-S or BRZ from the factory, this is probably what they would do. Nothing crazy, but 250 horsepower really helps this car out a lot. Makes it a whole lot more fun. So as far as this automatic goes, it's on the lazy side. I'm not going to say that it's not going to be as good as Porsche PDK or anything like that. I mean, I hit the pedal and then it shifts. has rev match downshifts, that's nice. Yeah, so the automatic though it's not bad, you know. I mean, especially I've been driving around LA here, and with all the heavy traffic, I mean, automatic is definitely something that's tempting, and I think that the manual is still more fun, but this automatic isn't bad at all. So like I said earlier, this car has the RSR black eye coilovers, and in their softest setting, they're actually softer than OEM, and they're really nice, because, you know, the thing is, with manufacturers, they have cost constraints, and they can only make stuff so nice, and they have to, you know, keep the cost down on certain things. And so this picks up where the OEM left off and makes them even smoother, but makes it handle even better. And on these canyon roads, I mean, they're not super sharp here, but you can definitely tell that the handling, it's got more edge to it. You get that awesome look as well, you know, no more wheel gap. It's really probably the best of both worlds as far as coilovers go. This exhaust also sounds really sweet. So that's the rev match there. And it's pretty good. So here, I mean, I hit the paddle and then it goes. I hit the paddle and then it goes. There's delay there, but it's not really that bad. I mean, yeah, obviously I would still prefer the manual, but it's pretty good. And I actually talked to a guy that's been racing for over 20 years, and he told me that between the manual and the automatic, identical, he actually had the automatic, the lap times were only a second slower. It was really, because it's consistent in the way that it shifts, and even though it's slightly lazy, it's lazy consistently, so you know when it's going to shift still. So as far as, you know, doing, you know, trying to shave seconds off your lap time, it's actually still a really good track car, even with the automatic. Let's do a second gear pull here. I love it! I love it! Oh, that Supercharger one is so fun, and that power is just what this thing needs. Nothing crazy, no 450 horsepower Crawford kits. This is perfect. The Innovate Supercharger, just like this. This is all this car needs. I mean, you know, there still isn't a ton of low-end torque. I mean, at higher RPMs, this isn't like you're driving a V8. Just because it's twin-screw supercharged does not mean that you have gobs of power down low. But I mean, it is definitely quicker than stock. And this is also the carb legal tune, so I mean, this is conservative. Obviously, you can do different pulleys and more aggressive tunes to get more power out of this supercharger. But even on this very conservative tune, it is a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Acceleration, shall we? I'm going up a steep hill and this thing is still pulling hard. See, okay, the thing that really amazes me about this is I thought this would change the character of the car completely because it's twin screw, and I thought that it just wouldn't feel like the same engine. But that's not the case. This thing still needs to be wound out in order to really get that car just pulling hard. It's not like this feels like a V8 or even a V6 or something. It still is the same old engine. It still needs to be revved out to really get the most out of it, but it's just giving you more and giving you more throughout the entire power band. And I really like that because I like the way this car delivers power. It has almost an S2000-esque VTEC surge where it's just, you know, waiting, not a whole lot, and then it slowly builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and just goes off. And so that's what I find fun about the VRZ and the FR-S, and this car still gives you that. And so it really does feel like this is like the future, you know, of the VRZ or the FR-S. This could be what we could have from the factory with a hotter version. And the future looks pretty bright in my opinion. This is tons of fun. All right, so a little bit more about this suspension while we come up to some more corners here. It's so flat. It's, you know, even sharper. It's not like it's edgy, but it's even sharper than, you know, the standard suspension. These are just such a step up, and it's more comfortable. That's the best thing. It's even more comfortable. So, I mean, you literally, if you wanted to do it for comfort alone, you could. But I mean, you know, if you find the stock BRZ and FRS ride to be too harsh, get these, and you'll have a softer ride, and it's even better handling. So, I mean, I don't know. These are probably, like I said, the best of both worlds. You just have so much confidence with this suspension setup. It's really awesome. Man, this is like the perfect FR-S, I think. It's just everything. I mean, I would still do a manual myself, but aside from that, this is the way you build one. If you're gonna modify it, this is how you do it. Do this supercharger, do this suspension. That's absolutely, this thing is so sick. I wish I had done all this stuff to my BRZ when I had it. It would have been even more fun than it already was. Alright, so I'm gonna drive this car for a little while longer here, and I'll come back and give you some updated impressions. Alright, so I've been driving this car for a while now, and one cool thing I noticed is it does these little blips, almost like you get on the Jag and the, you know, new Boxster, GTS, and things like that, where it does these little burps almost whenever you upshift with the automatic, which is something you only get with automatics, and that's really cool though. I like that a lot. Rev match downshifts are always nice as well. So it definitely has some positives to this automatic. Just for the sound alone, it's very cool. But yeah, it's really a spectacular car. Like I said, the thing that keeps coming back to me is I wish I had done this to my BRZ. Because if I would have done this suspension and this awesome exhaust with this awesome supercharger, it would have been perfect. I mean, I was so happy with it before, but now that I know just how good it could be, oh man, it could just get so much better. I would definitely suggest these mods. So yeah, huge thanks to Beat Sonic and Eric again for hooking me up with this very, very sweet supercharged FR-S to review for you guys today. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.